I'm Reggie, Commander Capital, and I've made many mistakes. I think life is about making mistakes, learning from those mistakes, sharing those mistakes, and bringing those ideas together, and communally improving in order to share the shortcuts that you've learned, share the tips and tricks to ease the suffering of others who could struggle through it like you did and find their own way. But why not teach the newbies where the shortcuts are, how to turn right on red, or how to make only right turns to optimize your routes so you don't backtrack as much, and so on and so forth. So you might notice in some of my videos that there are mistakes. I don't edit them. I leave the mistakes in intentionally. This is not a mistake to leave the mistakes in. This is very intentional. I think that there's an importance to that because the real value is publishing, broadcasting, and sending your message out, sharing your shortcuts. And if you're so focused or too focused on not making mistakes that you don't publish, that you don't share your ideas, that you don't broadcast, well, then I don't know. I guess for me, I was holding back too much. I was maybe too hesitant to share, to broadcast, to make myself public, too comfortable in the enjoyment of the private life. Privacy is very comfortable. I've got a comfortable life. So the need to make myself public, all the fear and all of the apprehension and all of the what ifs, it didn't seem like I had to do it at first, but ultimately my spirit tells me that this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. So this is ultimately going to be a channel about sharing that information, bringing together people who will help share their information. And so Commander Capital is the capital for the commanders to meet, share those ideas, and collectively elevate the community. So that's kind of the idea of Commander Capital. And one of the ways that I'm using this channel to elevate myself, to elevate, as a real catalyst to share my information is this card game, Magic the Gathering. And so for people that don't know what this is, maybe you've heard of Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or maybe you've heard of Magic cards, but basically it's a collectible card game. You open a couple of sealed packages they sell at the store, you collect these cards, you make your own deck, you play it against somebody else who's made their own deck. There's a set of rules. They're complicated. I love that they're complicated, but the point is it's a competitive collectible game. So you compete with other players, you collect your cards, build your collection, and over time, these cards potentially go up in value because they're limited, they're collector items. You may have one that's in really good condition, somebody else doesn't have, there's no supply, and so associated with the game is a lot of collectible, investable stuff too. But the game is essentially a card game that you play against one player, or there's different formats now. There's multiplayer formats. I used to love those as a kid and still love them now. Actually, I play Commander now, but the point is the game is basically kind of like it's kind of like poker.